Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
What up, though? Happy Thursday, everybody. Again, we are here at State of Mind for another dope episode of our podcast, kicking it off talking about real estate. It's your girl, broker Marlisha Darnell. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm always excited about my guests. I just love my guests. And, of course, I got my co-host. She's back after calling in for 2 weeks. So we got Emma. Say hey, Emma.
What up, though?
Welcome
Yes,
back.
I'm back. She called me out 2 weeks, you know. The sports mom hat, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's your favorite title lady back on the set. And as Mar said, it's a happy Thursday. We doing what we do. We talking about real estate, and we have a dope-ass guest joining us today. So I'm going to slide it over to Miss Tiffany Williams.
What's up, everybody? My name is Tiffany Williams. I am the guest of today, and I am a home inspector as well as a real estate agent, and that's the reason they brought me on today.
Okay. Welcome, Tiffany. What's the name of your home inspection company? Let the folks know.
Home inspection company is Imperative Home Solutions.
Okay.
And you can find me online, The Home Inspector or Imperative Home Solutions.
The
depending on
home inspector.
Imperative Home Solutions. So let me tell y'all about Tiffany. I love Tiffany as a home inspector because my girl gonna go through, she gonna find everything, and she fly a drone. So let me tell you, nothing burns my biscuits more than an inspector with a ladder going up on the roof in today's society with technology. My girl gonna come out there, she gonna be early. She gonna have the drone flying. She gonna let you know what's some of the major issues, what's minor. She don't scare your clients away, you know. So Tiffany, tell us, how did you even get started in the industry? Because you are so passionate about what you do, and it shows in your work.
Oh, I'm passionate about everything I do. So
Okay.
All right, dear.
when I was like 20, my dad told me to get my real estate license.
Okay.
I didn't make no money in real estate. I had to go get a job.
Okay.
And I became an EMT. I did that for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So you was out there saving people lives.
I was.
Damn.
So I do care about
kudos
people.
to that.
Okay.
That's big.
I wanted to transition into something a little bit less physical. And so I just started looking for things to do in real estate because I wasn't sure if I wanted to get my real estate license again.
Okay.
I ended up coming across inspections. I took the class, and then I started doing inspections, and then I went and took another class.
Okay.
So that was pretty much it. It was just, I had a lot of people around me in real estate, and I wanted to be there too, just in a different aspect.
Okay.
So what you like about inspections?
To be honest, I like the knowledge that I've gained from being an
Okay.
inspector. It shows you things that you would never even think about, to be honest. And
Yeah.
as an agent, it definitely helps because now I can save my clients time and money. Let's not waste time on this property. This
Yeah.
is what's going on.
Yeah, because you're an agent as well, so you can walk right in like.
Yeah, so I'm like, before I was even an agent, I go into inspections and I say, hey, these are some major issues that I see right now. Usually foundation. I see
A lot of that.
a lot of horizontal cracking going on in properties and things like that. And a lot of times people don't have
So
money.
is that just in Detroit or is that period?
Oh, I'm all over Michigan.
Okay.
All over. Yeah. So
So where's these fucked up foundations at?
to be honest, the worst foundation I saw was in Harper Woods.
Okay. Okay.
I have seen some pretty bad ones in the city. It's pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
But it's really the neglected homes that sat vacant for a while. A lot of land bank properties.
Okay.
A lot of people come in thinking that when you come in to do a land bank rehab, that it's going to be simple until you start removing stuff. It gets really complicated really fast. It gets really expensive.
Everybody want a
as well.
$1,500 house with a $10,000 rehab.
That turns into a $30,000 rehab.
So paint the picture. We call you. We want an inspection consultation. What does that look like? I mean,
Usually, it depends. So sometimes the clients call. Sometimes the agents hit me up. They might put me and the client in a 3-way text, like, "Hey, my client needs an inspection. How's that go?" So I'm like, "Okay, I got this available. I can get you scheduled. This is the price breakdown. If you got any questions, let me know." Once I get all their information into my software, it sends out a confirmation email. That's usually when the people who read their contracts go through everything, like, "Hey, I got questions."
Okay.
So then I go over whatever questions they have. We go ahead and do the inspection.
Okay, so now we at the inspection, right?
Right.
So, because I've had some inspections with you before. Funny story. You remember the house you inspected for my one client, and we pulled up, it was mattresses outside, and it was bed bugs and roaches in the house. It was a colonial, and you was outside. It was roaches and bed bugs in there. And like, soon as I pulled up, Tiffany was outside with her gloves, taking them off. Like, fuck this, it's bed bugs. And then we pulled up, and the mattresses was outside of the house with bed bugs still on them.
like you could see the
yes, you could see the bed bugs on them. So like when we pulled up, it's just like as soon as I turned the water on, roaches was running everywhere. It was so bad, and that's why I commend you, because inspectors work in all weather conditions. You also deal with so many conditions inside of the property like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to the inspection itself, so walk us through as you out to the property, you got the drone flying, and when do you let us know it's a problem?
I'm cool with a lot of the agents I work with. So,
okay.
You know, if I say a certain word in a certain way,
yeah,
the inspector, I mean, the agent's gonna know, like, oh man, dang. Especially y'all who hate me when I go in the basement and I call. I'm like, Marlisha.
Oh Jesus. Yep. I'd be like, we leaving.
So what's in the basement that make you turn sideways to do the Marlisha?
It could be the foundation. It could be the sewer line. I do sewer inspections. Usually when they see me go downstairs with the sewer equipment, and then I call and they like, okay, we know.
Yeah,
we know.
So you're overall, you walk in the house, you start in the middle of the floor.
Well, I start outside.
Okay.
Like Marlisha said, I do the drone. Every now and then there is an occasion where I have to get on the roof. So I start on the roof, and then I do the exterior. After I do the exterior, I work my way on the inside. When I come on the inside, I turn all the lights on. I turn all the water on, and I let that run for a while. And then I usually go room by room, usually start at the living room, but I work my way around in like a clockwise motion. Go through everything, and then go upstairs if there is an upstairs, and then I do the basement last. I do the attic when I'm upstairs.
What about that sewer thing that y'all be?
The sewer line, the sewer
scope or whatever?
The sewer scope is usually last. I'm pretty sure everybody wish I do that first. But I do that last because it's more equipment that I just have to carry in.
Oh, you got to bring in. Okay.
Yeah. So once I get to that part, I open up the sewer line. Sometimes I can tell that I'm not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
If there's like a trap or something in the line, my equipment has gone through it, but it's not a regular thing. But once I get into that sewer line, that tells a lot. The basement, the roof, the attic, and the sewer line are like key parts that they'll usually shut an inspection down.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah.
I mean, I've had clients like, okay, you know what? I don't even want to go forward no more.
Oh,
yeah.
During
really?
the inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So especially if the client shows up, they ask a lot of questions, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm gonna tell you how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
I had one particular inspection. I think this might have been the Harper Woods one. It was like $40,000.
$40,000.
Foundation repair. Just foundation.
Just foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So listen to this. So, and this is another thing. Let's talk about the whole overall inspection report itself. Now we're done with the inspection, everything checked out. When you send the report over, how often have you noticed or you've had callbacks from agents where you had to like go in, explain certain things on an inspection report versus maybe, because I know I've called you several times about an inspection report, and then sometimes the clients don't read the inspection report.
Say it again.
The clients don't read the inspection report, especially investors.
Yep.
Especially investors. I don't even know why they get it inspected because they still buy the house. And then lo and behold, something happened. And the house was inspected. Yeah, but
you didn't
also
read it.
in the damn disclosure too, in a section it is say,
I'm glad you know this. Go ahead, carry on.
in that section, HVAC work, and it still is say needs to be a HVAC licensed professional needs to be, basically you need to still call a professional to come look at it. Like, I'm giving you my observation. So some people still try to hold an inspector liable for certain things, right?
You go to the doctor, right?
I do.
Right.
Okay, you're supposed to do that regularly, right?
Yeah.
You go to the dentist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who sends you to the other doctors that you go to? Your primary care physician.
Exactly.
Yes.
Think of your home inspector as your PCP. Your home inspector is going to refer you out to other people. You're going to go get an HVAC specialist. You're going to get a plumber. You're going to get an electrician. But your home inspector is your PCP. They're going to send you wherever you need to go.
So they're just going to so you just identify what you found and what the issues are, and then you're saying, I recommend you get an HVAC inspection, or I recommend you have a plumber come out and do a more diligent look at the plumbing or what have you.
It depends on the situation. Like HVAC, there's a lot of moving parts. So it could be working today and stop tomorrow. But you have to do your regular maintenance. You got to get it serviced. You got to get cleaned and things like that. And a lot of the properties, they don't.
No.
Even with your roof. Every now and then you might have a leak. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to replace the whole roof. You might be able to patch that area up. Okay. And you might be good for a few years. But if you're ignoring it, then it's going to be a problem. The main thing that gets ignored, especially in the city, gutters and downspouts. They're the cheapest thing to fix, but they're the most expensive thing if you ignore them.
Okay.
They are. Okay. They are, because if they're not installed correctly, then you got water that's going to come into the house.
Oh, on the side there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gutters hang, that pours water towards your foundation. If your downspouts aren't extended, that pours water towards your foundation. And that's how I get into the basement. I already know before I go into the house. I'm like, yeah, you're about to have some issues.
Because you can walk up and just see based on the gutters and the downspout.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see it. There was one particular house. The whole porch was basically caving in because of the gutters and the downspout.
Really?
All the water was pouring towards this one area. Went into the basement, that wall, it was crazy. And it's on my TikTok too. Instead of doing the repair, they decided to bolt some metal shelving to the wall. Yeah, but it was a crack. Like, the crack was the size of my hand. I could put my hand up to like here in the wall.
Okay.
But they put metal shelving against the wall, I guess, to hold it in place. And I actually ended up getting called to inspect this property 3 times. I went out the first time. I talked to the guy who was buying it. His brother just so happened to be a foundation specialist.
Okay.
And I was like, call him, have him come. He actually showed up while we were still there. The brother was like, well, to start, $12,000.
Damn.
And he was like, wait, what you
Put
mean?
it for the little crack, the hole in
It wasn't little.
Not the little crack.
12.
Damn.
It was. I want to say it was either 3 out of the 4 walls. It might have been 4 walls, but I can't remember. The brother was like $12,000 to start, but I think we gonna have to excavate the front yard. So that's the porch too. Like, he was like, we probably gonna have to take that off too. He was like, wait, the brother was like, what you mean to start? And he was like, yeah, to start. So he was like, well, how much to finish? He was like, probably about 30.
And this was just talking about the foundation. We hadn't even talked about the full rehab part of
this was
the
a
house.
flip
No, this was just a property.
that he wanted to
That he
buy to
wanted to
live
buy?
in.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Him and his family.
He didn't get it. Tell me he didn't end up getting it.
He did not end up getting it.
But he wanted it.
He did. Like I said, I inspected that one 3 times. I came back out the second time. Well, I didn't inspect it all the way to all 3 times.
Right.
I came back out and I told the person on the phone, I was like, hey, I was just there 3 days ago.
Oh, because it's still on the market at this point. So you got other agents.
Even though
calling.
you're supposed to, report what you know about the foundation. and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
They don't.
Okay.
They leave it on. They let other people come.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, I was just there 3 days ago, and there was some big issues there.
Right.
I'll come if you want me to, but I really don't want to waste your money.
Yeah.
That's honest.
So I did that with another.
They still wanted you to come?
I did come out the second time. That third client who called for the same property, I was like, listen, I've been there 3 days. I've been there 2 times this week.
2 times this week?
This week.
What?
Yes. And I was like, I'm trying not to waste your money. I'm just going to let you know this is what I found already. So if you want me to come, I'll come. And he was like, no, I'll find another property.
Now with that house, 2 times for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you share this information with the listing agent?
Yes.
So that they knew
The buyer's agent actually called him while we were there.
and said, hey, we got some bigger issues.
Yep.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yep. She said she don't know what she's talking about. That was
Oh
that
my
whole
gosh,
stretch-
remember that happened?
It happened a lot.
Well, of course they're
Oh
going
my
to challenge
gosh.
you.
It
Of
happened
course
a
they're
lot.
going to challenge you.
Yeah, it happened a lot. So she was like, she don't know what she's talking about. I need to find the address so I could see if it actually sold.
If it actually sold.
Because I really want to know.
Because you know what? We had one where Tiffany took the panel off and we discovered that it was double tap wiring. What's double tap wiring?
Well, double tapping is basically 2 wires going into one port for a connection. You're not really supposed to do it because the current will loosen up that connection and the wire can come out, start a fire, and be hazardous.
And the agent was like, no, this was done by some type of a master electrician and she don't know what she's talking about. And I'm like, ma'am, here's the inspection report itself. Like, I didn't take the panel loose and I don't know what the hell it looks like behind there.
Google will tell you too.
And then we Googled it and you sent over the reference. And I'm talking about this agent swore up and down that we were wrong about this. And
So Google will tell you not to do double tap wiring.
It's simple. It's
Yeah.
really simple.
So had they done an electrical inspection, it probably wouldn't have passed.
no, exactly. And they didn't. And they didn't. So, but the agent ended up giving up seller's concession. So she had to give my client like $8,000.
But all that had to still be rewired, though, right?
Yeah, that's why we got the seller's concession so we can take care of it.
Yep.
So,
The $8,000 sound like a rewire.
That sounds like more than a
so
rewire.
do you do pre-inspections for listings? So, I got, I'm a listing agent. I'm real listing heavy right now. I sell houses.
That's a clap. That's a clap for cheers.
So I should really recommend my clients to do a pre-listing inspection.
I got one scheduled tomorrow.
Is that the same price and process as a regular inspection?
It's the same price and process. It's the same amount of detail, which you want to know before they come and say, hey, I need money off.
Yeah.
Because, if you got a good contractor and you can get them out to take care of it before somebody else comes through, you want top dollar when you're selling that house.
Or you
Of
can
course.
price it accordingly,
Right.
I guess.
Of course.
If you know that there's some things that need to be done. Now, let me ask you, and I don't know if this falls under your inspection or not, but I know it's hitting us. When you go out for a lot of the Detroit properties, do you look at the water meter to see if it's straight piped or if it's? And it may not even fall under what you do.
It do.
But
It come up. It is a portion in my report. And if the client is there when I'm doing the inspection, even if the agent is there when I'm doing the inspection, I say, hey, this is a straight pipe. That means they're still in water. Make sure you get a final meter read and the meter is installed correctly. That way you don't have to pay for whatever comes
Right.
up later. So yeah.
I wonder how many of them agents that she done told that to that didn't get that final. Because I got a straight pipe right now, and they had to come out and dig the front up so that they can reconnect it. And
In your
put some
house?
kind of, no. A deal we're doing. Put some kind of, I guess, cap on or what have you. And right now that the seller was pushing for his escrow back. I want my money back. I wanted my money back. And we found out it was straight pipe. Now they got to come out and do all this extra work, which...
I'll do one better. The
probably
city
gonna
came
cost-
out and cut the water off on this one particular
Yeah,
property.
they did that. They was going to do that to this lady, too.
They cut it off, and I'm there to do the inspection.
Oh, they came out while you was there?
No, they cut it off beforehand. But
Okay.
the seller was there.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, none of the water works. The city messed up the line and blah, 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 blah.
What?
Come to find out, it was like I think it was like a $15,000 water bill.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Because I think this meter is probably going to be about $6,000 to repair because it was straight pipe.
That's ridiculous. So transition, Tiffany is a realtor now.
Yep, I am.
So do you, as a realtor, do your own clients' property inspections?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is it the requirement or just you want to have that separation?
To be honest, I want my client to have a full understanding of the actual process. A lot of people don't understand the home buying process, let alone the home inspection process.
Okay.
They don't understand why it's necessary. Home inspections are for the buyer, unless you're the seller and you want to know what's going on with your house before somebody else comes and tells you. And it's really to protect you. So you know what you're getting yourself into, and you know what direction to go. Do you want to buy the house? Are you mentally preparing for whatever cost that might have to come up in the future, or do you just want to walk away? Let's not waste time and let's just go find something else that you're more comfortable with.
So you keep it separate and don't muddy the waters.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
Now I have a question to that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Now, if you're keeping it separate and your client has another home inspector come out, I'm sure you like looking and just making sure they're on top of their game and they know what they're doing. Has there been situations where you didn't agree with their findings, or
I'm not going to say I didn't agree with the findings. Not all inspectors are thorough.
Okay. Okay.
So some things that I might cover, they might not cover.
is that just by choice that you dig in deeper, or is there a certain, based on you taking the class, and is there a certain process that you are supposed to follow every time?
So let me back up.
Okay.
In Michigan, there are no requirements for a home inspector.
Oh, I can just go take a class
You
and
sure
become a home
can.
inspector?
You don't have to.
It's
take
like a
class.
couple of days.
You don't have to.
You ain't got to take the class no more?
You don't have to do anything. You never had to take a class in Michigan. You could wake up and say, I'm a home inspector. You could make some business cards.
And that's just based on just what you know.
Yeah, don't y'all start doing that
You
shit.
don't have to know anything.
Don't y'all start doing that shit out there. You run up on me.
You
Call me. I got you on the next.
You don't have to. Michigan does
Show
not
up at my house if
regulate.
you want.
Michigan does not regulate home inspectors. So my recommendation is to find a home inspector that's reputable, that is also backed by an association. There are a few
Oh,
different
there's home
ones.
inspection association?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
Yeah, Tiffany be going to conferences and shit.
I do.
Yeah.
So high-end home inspector.
So the
premium.
first home inspection class I took was 3 days. I'm not going to say where it was because everybody going to know.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like I knew enough.
Okay.
Okay.
3 days. The book was probably about an inch thick.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, let me go find something else. So
Okay.
I spoke to another inspector, and he recommended joining an association, and he recommended the software that I was using.
Okay.
So I actually looked into different associations. I joined Internachi. With Internachi, they have books that you can order for each section. So, once all the books are stacked up, they're probably about 6, 7, 8 inches tall.
Okay.
And I broke everything down by section and learned everything by section. And then I had to take a test to become a full official member of that association.
Oh, so it took you a little bit more into your credentials, becoming a member of the association,
Yep.
instead of just waking up in 3
Yep.
days.
So I have to retest every 3 years, I believe.
So that's accreditation then.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Now, is this association national or?
Yes. Actually, I think it might be in a few other countries. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But I think they are. Puerto Rico's part of America, so.
Okay.
Okay.
But I know they're in Puerto Rico for sure.
Well, that's dope. And because no matter what field you're in, you still have to educate yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate that. So let me ask you, which side you enjoy most, the real estate side or the home inspection side?
You know what?
Be honest.
To be honest, I think they're pretty equally yoked. And I only say that because I have to deal with people on both ends.
Okay.
And I'm an introvert, and I would rather be at home playing video games or something like that.
Okay.
But
Humans. Dealing with these humans.
once you get outside and you start going to talk to people,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty equal. It's down the middle. So it's the talking to people part.
Okay.
Because everybody has a different perspective. Everybody absorbs information differently, and you have to be able to gear yourself for whatever person you're dealing with at the time.
Okay. So I know that you're leaving us and you're going down to Texas.
Put all her business out there, then. She leaving us and she going down to Texas.
I'm not leaving. I'll still be here.
How?
I'll be flying.
How?
I'm here now. I'll be flying back and forth. I've been flying back and forth. Just hit me up ahead of time. Let me know what you're doing, and then I can just catch a flight, come back.
Are you going to do home inspections in Texas?
No, I'm gonna do real estate.
Okay.
I'm getting older. Once you become a woman of a certain age,
Yeah, we all are at that certain age.
Climbing on the ladders and carrying all this equipment, it starts to tax.
Okay.
on. And I want to dress cute. Like, I don't want to be in no cargo pants every day. I want to look cute. I want to be able to go from work and go to the after hours or something. I don't know.
I want to dress like
go
old
to the
fashioned.
after hours.
Okay. So when will you make the full transition down here to Texas?
To be honest, I don't think there will be a full transition. I have investment property here. I have real estate clients here. I have home inspection here. So it'll be a lot of back and forth. And maybe once I hit retirement, but I'm going to California for that.
Okay, you want to retire in Cali. Okay. Why Cali?
That's where I grew up.
Really?
I miss it.
What part?
That's what's up.
Altadena, Pasadena area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
what's up.
So as far as back to the real estate side of things, how are you liking it?
I like it. I'm learning a lot.
Okay.
It is a lot to take in. Like I said, I've been licensed since 2006.
Okay.
But I didn't make no money back then, so it don't even count.
It don't count.
Right.
But just the amount, I like knowledge. That's why I
Right.
got into home inspection anyway, because I wanted to learn something.
Okay.
It's definitely not something I would shy away from, and I just taking everything in is interesting. I'll say that.
Okay.
What about appraisals? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I don't want to go back to school for that. I'm over the school part for that.
Okay. Now back to the. I know I keep flip flopping, but when we go back to the inspections, let's talk about this: working with investors versus working with home buyers. Is there a difference that you notice in the process?
Yes.
What would you say the difference is?
Investors are cheap.
Okay.
I mean, home buyers are cheap, but investors are cheap.
They're like yeah.
I had
want
this.
you to cut. Not cut corners because you're not doing the work, but they want.
Listen,
They don't want to.
I had this one investor. He was rocking with me heavy for a while, and I was doing full inspections on his property.
Right.
We was good. He probably did a few hundred inspections this particular year.
Okay.
And then one day he was like, "I don't want you to do a full inspection anymore. I just want you to do a specialty." So specialty. So if you go on my website, specialty inspection, it covers the major components: furnace, foundation. No, not foundation. Furnace, roof, and then it's something else. Like you
But
get
the
to
big
pick.
thing is foundation.
You get to pick, and with the specialty, you get to pick what you want me to look at.
Right.
So it could be like a la carte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's 3 things. So he picked his 3. Foundation wasn't in it. So, I did what he asked me to do. And later on, he had foundation issues.
Oh shit.
Right. So he
He
got
didn't try
upset.
to come at you, did he?
I mean, he didn't really come to me with it. He came to the agent, and the agent was like, "But that's not what you paid her for. That's not what you asked for. You wanted to be cheap, and you didn't want to pay for it. In this particular situation, now you got to replace this beam." So,
In order to sell that house or whatever, or property management or something.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, me personally, if this is where you're going to live, you're going to lay your head, you want it to be your sanctuary. You don't want to have to worry about too much.
But from an investor standpoint, they're not going to live. I mean, they should still want what's best for the client. So don't get it twisted. But I can see why they're like, give me the specialty, because they don't want to.
They told me it was too much information in the report.
Really? Oh, Jesus. Now let's talk about the inspection contingency. So it could be 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. So how do you handle that when you have this order come over or this group thread like, hey, Tiffany, we got a 3-day inspection contingency. And that's when you have 3 days to get the inspection done, completed, and back over to the client. So you have 3 days.
Well, y'all don't really tell me 3 days no more. It hasn't been like that since COVID, for real.
Okay.
But if I can do it, I do it. I'll let you know. And, rock it from there. I do have an option now where you can have a same day inspection report, but you got to give me advance notice.
Okay.
It do take time, especially if I get into the property, which has happened a lot, where I get into there and the whole house is just jacked up.
Because you got to write all this up.
Yeah,
Like,
You got to write it up because just because you're there doing it on a tablet, you still got to go home and write it up and review it.
Do you provide pictures and stuff?
Pictures and videos.
Oh, shit.
How long? Listen, I had an inspection done. No, somebody did an inspection on my listing. And this inspector dead ass did like a 5-second video. You couldn't even tell what was wrong with it. Like, I'm talking about he shot past so fast. It was like, I was like, well, what was wrong?
Yeah, I've had that.
And I was, so when Tiffany does her videos, it's like, you might get a good 20, 30 seconds of an explanation so you can see. I mean, he shot by so fast, I couldn't.
So the video was supposed to go with the written up report,
yes.
but his video
was shot by so fast.
Yeah.
Couldn't even make it out. So I do love that about you when you do your inspections, that you do a full, thorough explanation about it, especially to a first-time home buyer. Inspections can be scary. And that's something I love. You don't make it too big. You be like, no, it's a minor fix. Or you be like, no, this is a major fix.
So,
go
ahead.
I also do have an option for them to add a consultation to schedule it after the inspection. Because once you look at the report, everybody freaks out.
Right. It's
Everybody
like,
freaks out. I tell them before I even leave the inspection, I say, hey, you're going to get about a 30-page report.
Oh, wow.
I want you to go ahead and go through it with you and your agent. And then if you guys got any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know. You can schedule a consultation and we can go over everything. So we handle it that way.
Okay.
I love that.
So for some of the newer agents who are still getting their feet wet and they got first-time home buyers or just buyers, period, is there specific points that you can tell them? I mean, obviously an inspection is an inspection, but hey, don't try to cut corners. These are the areas that we severely need to look at. Or
to be honest, my recommendation for a newer agent is go to the inspection. Go to the inspection.
They don't show up agents don't show up at the inspection.
A lot don't.
They don't?
No.
They just send you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I can understand if it's like one of the agents who I've been rocking with for a long
Right.
time and they pretty much got the gist. But a lot of the agents, since I've been working with them, they're like, I learn so much with you when I go to inspections.
Okay.
So, I like to go to inspections.
Yeah.
So, one, go to the inspection.
Be there.
Yep,
Okay.
be there. I'll explain whatever I come across as I come across it.
Okay.
And I'll explain it, separate from your client so they don't know that you're a new agent. So,
Got it.
some people might not want that. But go to your inspection and read that report.
Okay.
Not just you. Your client needs to do this too.
Exactly.
Because like we said already, it's a lot of people who don't read their report. And it's a lot of people who later on are upset, like, oh, if I'd have known this. And I could tell when y'all open up the software, it tell me when y'all open it up.
You can see when they open. Okay.
So, and then, I've had a situation where the girl didn't even pay for the report, so I know she didn't read the report because you can't open a report without paying for it. And, she had to dig up her sewer line.
Damn.
Oh, so she didn't pay for the report. So you ain't pay, you don't get it. So she bought the house anyway? Without the report that you went out and did.
I went out twice to this property, too.
What?
And all you had to do was pay for the report. But she said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy this house anyway.
So what happens when you get like a repeat client? Because I know when we work with our clients and, the first time the inspection may fail and we got to find them another house. Do you offer any discounts?
I do. Actually, for certain agents, certain agents have codes. Some of y'all don't even know y'all have a code.
Do I have a code?
You do.
I got a code, y'all.
So you guys can offer 15% discount.
Okay.
For your client. If you just send me a text like, hey, this is our third inspection. Can you help
because
her
I've
out?
had that. I've had like 3 or 4 of them with you.
Yeah.
Same client?
Yeah, kept getting bad houses.
Damn.
And that can add up because you can, like $350, $400, and then the sewer scope is like another $180. Now, do you recommend sewer scopes in every city?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I did, this might have been like Roseville or East Point or something. I did an inspection and my camera got stuck.
Oh, shit.
My camera got stuck, and I was in this mug like trying to get this camera out the line, panicking and everything. I ended up calling a plumber friend of mine, and he actually had to cut my line and to get my camera out, like to just get the head out, because the head is like $800 all in itself.
Okay.
But when he came out, the clean outs were open, and we flushed the toilet. I don't even know why. The water went the opposite direction of what it was supposed to go. So I was like, wait a minute, this really ain't right. So he was like, flush the toilet again. He was like, no, this is about $30,000 just to do this repair.
Oh my gosh.
It was on a brand new rehab.
A brand new rehab?
A brand new rehab.
But because they didn't get the pre-inspection done.
Make this shit make sense.
It don't. It just don't. I mean, I've been to properties where I don't know if you guys know, but roaches have a distinct smell.
I was gonna ask you about the roaches and the distinct smell that you're always talking about.
Roaches have a distinct smell, so
Peanut butter.
They smell like
it ain't peanut butter.
That's a damn lie. I eat peanut butter, and I'm not talking about, oh, this smell like.
It smelled like a roach.
Right. So I walked into this house and it's nice. It's a brand new rehab. I'm like, but it smelled like roaches. Like,
that was the wood. It was the wood.
No.
It was from
No. So I'm opening all the cabinets.
You're looking for the roaches.
Going through
for the
everything.
roaches.
I mean,
right?
this is just part of the inspection. I'm like,
right.
but why do it smell like roaches? So I get to the laundry room. And the only cabinet in this house that was not replaced was the cabinet in the laundry room. I open it, full of roaches.
Get the fuck out.
Full of roaches.
Really?
On a brand new rehab.
Brand new rehab.
Ooh, child. Take the wheel, Jesus.
I opened the cabinet. I was like, did y'all open this cabinet? They like, no. I'm like, oh, go ahead, open it. And I walked away.
Did you?
Yeah, they opened it. They was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was full of roaches.
So, I mean, how does something like that get missed if all the other cabinets were
No offense. A man had to do it.
Okay, so the men do drop the ball.
Man, I mean, I'm sorry, but a lot of the people who are doing rehabs are men.
Mm-hmm.
I've been into homes where I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, there's nowhere to put a refrigerator.
because they don't look at it from okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
So the wife comes in and she like, I can't cook Thanksgiving dinner in this. Like, where's the
right,
refrigerator supposed to
right.
go? Oh, the person who rehabbed was like, oh, in the dining room. She like, yeah,
Hell no.
yeah,
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So what other type of insects or animals or have you? I'm sure you done seen some shit living in the attic and some other stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on my TikTok too. There's a few. I can't even say one. I've gone into the attics where it's like rodent motels. Like it's a nest over here, it's a nest over there, it's 3 nests back there. It's like scattered nests. It's rodent droppings. It's like most of the time it's like mice and rats.
Right.
But then every now and then it's possum and raccoon poop in there and stuff like that.
Shit.
They nest inside of the insulation, so you got to get rid of the insulation.
And they can't smell that. That doesn't.
I mean, I can. I can smell it a lot
the
of the
average
times,
person,
depending on how much it is.
yeah. Have you ever ran across one that like where you in an inspection and came out and got you
This
like,
shit.
Well, okay, so here, I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. I was on the east side.
That east
I was on
side
the east
shit.
side. I was I want to say it was one of the bandos off of Kelly. And okay, so I used to have this flashlight, but it like had a strap around my wrist and it could dangle or whatever. So I had my headphone, I had my AirPod in, and I had my hood up, and I like tighten the hood up and everything because I'm in this bando. I don't know what's about to happen.
East side.
Right. So I go into an attic, and in the bungalow, the door is kind of low, so you got to squat down. And I'm in the attic. I probably go in the attic maybe 3 feet, and I see a dead squirrel. So I take my camera so I can take a picture, but my flashlight like dangled, but the light was on. Right. All of a sudden, when my flashlight dangled, it was.
oh my gosh.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
So now I'm trying to get out of this attic, but I can't stand up. It ain't no room.
Right.
Oh my
So
God.
I started backing up. My AirPod fell out my ear and it went down my hoodie. I thought the squirrels got me. I was in there mode like screaming, trying to get out. So that was one particular situation.
no, see.
Another one I was in a crawl space.
Okay.
And
And that's under the house, right?
That's under the house. And
So you down there like you in the military.
Yep, I got
No,
I got on a whole.
You charge extra for that, right?
No.
Oh hell no.
She down there like in the military.
No, that's premium.
So I'm in
right there.
my full hazmat gear under the house, and I got
CSI look the whole.
everything, the respirator, mask, everything.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm going because for some reason people decided to put the furnace in the crawl space and things like that. So
What?
I'm going in there. I'm looking at the furnace or trying to get to the furnace, and something just ran across. I was like, yeah, nope, not doing that. Start backing up out of there. Something moved over here. I'm like, oh no, and I carry. But you can't shoot. You can't shoot a possum or a squirrel. Really,
No.
it's kind of
And
hard.
you all up under the
Exactly.
crawl
You don't have enough room. You can't turn around. So I'm just trying to focus and not get bitten by anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I've had a couple of instances like that.
Oh.
Damn, you ever ran across a skunk?
Not during the inspection, no.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness.
No.
I just seen on Instagram, lady got bit by one.
Why was she that close?
I don't know. It was on Instagram. Like, it was a big thing. I didn't read all of it. Said lady in Oakland County got bit by a rabid skunk. I never want to be that close to a motherfucking skunk. I do not play with animals.
You know we don't. We
No,
don't.
we
We're
don't.
not
Yeah,
doing that. The squirrels
Yeah.
had me shook already, and I wasn't even.
that'll
close
wake
to-
you up. won't it?
Right. So, yeah.
That's wild. You up under the crawl space like that. That should
Oh
be
my God.
premium.
Because you know what? I don't think a lot of people realize what goes into a home inspection. Like Tiffany
a
goes out.
thorough home
Yeah.
inspection.
Now let me ask you this, because this is one thing that always is a eyebrow raiser for my clients. When it comes down to moisture, I know that in the basement and the attic, it's always elevated amounts of moisture. Is that something that's common?
Usually in the basement, it's going to come from gutters, downspouts, and grading around the home.
Okay.
Easy fixes. People ignore those the most.
But so that means if we see elevated moisture, high levels of moistures, that means something needs to be repaired.
Yep. But I mean, when you're reading the inspection report, it's not like elevated moisture levels in the basement. I got to fix that particular thing. No, you got to figure out. It's like putting all the puzzle pieces together. So
Okay.
when I point out gutters, downspouts, and grading,
Okay.
those all go hand in hand. And
Okay.
those all lead to moisture in the basement.
Okay.
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 It's a reason. You got to find the cause. So the cause was going to be the condition of the exterior, which led to moisture coming into the basement. Unless
Gotcha.
it was a sewer line that backed up, which is another, piece of the puzzle that
Okay.
you put together. So yeah.
And even in the attic. So when it happens in the attic, when you get that.
So you could have moisture in the attic, and it could come from around the chimney. It doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean you need a new roof. It just means that area needs to be repaired or treated or sealed up. When you have those vents on the roof, a lot of times they'll make a correction, so to speak, and they'll put sealant around the vent.
Okay.
That starts to deteriorate over time. Everything
Okay.
deteriorates over time. And it has to be reapplied. And if it's ignored, which a lot of delayed
do.
maintenance goes on, in especially in the
Once
city.
it's ignored, it just becomes a bigger issue.
Yep, it becomes more expensive.
I love that. I love it because I'm not gonna lie. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's common
It is,
because it is.
but it don't
common.
have to be.
But it doesn't have to be if you.
Okay, so that's when they be like, okay, we need to fix it. So what would you say would be like a major negotiation piece if we are in contract? You're out there looking at a property. Like, what are some of the major negotiations that we need to go back and ask the seller to fix or give us some money for?
Let me tell you a story.
We here for it.
Okay, I did this inspection, and the seller put insulation on the plumbing leading to the hot water tank. Normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Normal. But what was not visible was the asbestos that he covered up under the insulation.
Oh.
So as an inspector, I'm not there to tear it apart.
Right.
I'm there to observe what's going on. So
Right.
that would be an area I couldn't get to.
Okay.
I recommended, because the hot water tank at this point was jacked up anyway, I recommended it be replaced.
Okay.
They decided to negotiate with the seller. The seller said, I'm not replacing it. The seller knew. The seller, the one who covered up this asbestos. And he's like, I'm not replacing it. I'll pay for a home warranty.
That's
They got the house.
Okay.
He paid for a home warranty. They called the people out to replace the hot water tank. The plumber's like, I'm not touching it because it's asbestos under this insulation. So now you have to have asbestos removal. So a hot water tank is $500. A home warranty is $500.
Right.
To have a hot water tank installed is about $300. So you would have came out $800 if you would have just, had it done.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to do that because he knew what he covered up.
Right.
Hot water tanks, get that taken care of if you can.
Okay.
Furnace, get that taken care of if you can, because those are expensive. Like hot water tank, okay, $800. People might not think that's a lot, but redoing the furnace, that's gonna cost more than the hot water tank. Foundation issues are always my number one.
Yeah.
Sewer lines will also be a number one for me.
Okay.
The roof, I worry about the roof, but for me, it wouldn't be a number one because I know I could take care of it.
Okay.
But for somebody else, it'll be a number one for them.
Okay. So those are like key negotiation pieces for somebody to go out and be like, hey, we need to renegotiate this contract and this offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. How often have you ran across asbestos?
Oh, it's a lot in Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot.
Do they address the issue? Does it kill a deal? I mean,
Well, okay, so really, asbestos is really an issue if it's damaged.
Okay.
So if it's properly contained, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Unless you need to have that hot water tank removed.
Gotcha.
So if it's intact and there's no particles for you to breathe in or anything,
Yeah.
you're okay. Until you have to have it replaced.
because
now you
that's what
shaking
caused
shit up and
mesothelioma, ain't it?
It caused some kind of cancer.
Nisa.
Mesothelioma.
Yeah, it's life threatening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if it's intact though, you're
You
okay.
ain't got to worry about it.
And until you got to have it replaced completely.
So, how we know if it's intact?
I was just gonna.
I mean, I pointed out in the report. I say
Okay.
it's asbestos, and then I
You
might
can
say,
just see it right there.
yeah. You know what certain things look like.
I don't, because I think everything is asbestos. If I see it's wrapped up in something, I'd be like, "Oh Lord, we got to get out of here."
No.
Okay,
Like,
I see it wrapped and taped. I'm assuming the worst.
Oh God,
We running out.
That's understandable.
I missed.
you never know until you get down to the nitty gritty.
No.
Now, what
So-
about mold? How does all that?
There's different layers or different levels of mold. You can see some spotting in a couple of areas,
right.
especially like if you look around baseboards and things like that, especially if the basement
Right.
has backed up at some
Yeah.
point, you're going to see something.
Okay.
Sometimes you might walk into a house where half of the drywall is missing, like from the ground up. And they had moisture, they removed the drywall, but you don't see any mold. That's part of the remediation that they did.
Okay.
It could, some levels can be treated, sprayed, cleaned, things like that. Other levels have to be remediated and removed.
Okay.
So it depends on how severe it is.
Okay.
So no matter what, long story short, people need to get a home inspection. If you about to spend your money on a house, you need to have it inspected.
Yeah, to be honest, you spending $100,000 plus
Right.
on a house.
Yeah.
Don't get upset when the inspector says this inspection with your sewer scope is going to be $450.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go find somebody cheaper. You're gonna get the results of somebody cheaper.
You're gonna get
Yeah.
the cheap results.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so funny about
And
it.
I'm sure you get that quite often. Oh my God, $450.
Yeah, they be like, can you give me a deal? Do you go to work and tell them that you're gonna give them a discount on the hours you about to put in? No. Okay.
Baby, let me tell you. So I love my clients. They gave me a story about one of their flips they did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course they used another agent, but Tiffany was the home inspector. They was like, Tiffany came in, she ripped us apart. I'm talking about she ripped us apart. She was on her stuff. I was like, I know, that's my girl.
That's what's up.
And she did. She was so thorough. That's like, man, she ate us alive on that inspection report. I was like, but your agent should have had your back on that, like on the negotiation piece. Like, you know what I mean?
Do sellers ever call you directly and want to challenge your inspection
Yeah.
report?
Yeah,
What,
a lot.
what does one of those conversations sound or look like? I'm just curious.
I'm trying to think of one.
Like when they all swole up in the chest, ready to.
Oh, they swell up while I'm there.
Do they?
It's got to be the men
Gotta be the men.
every time.
They swell up while I'm there. I had this one dude. I turned the water on, like I told y'all.
Right.
Turn the water on. He kept turning the water off. I turned the water back on. He turned the water off. I'm like, sir, you gotta leave the water on. He like, oh, if I leave it on, the basement gonna flood.
Get the fuck out of here. Red flag, bro.
Red flag.
I said, that's why I'm here. You know that, right? He's like, yeah, but we don't want the basement to flood. I said, why didn't you take care of it before I came?
Right.
Like,
why are you even trying to sell this house if the basement gonna flood? What the?
That's insane.
Yep.
He had an agent.
Yeah, he did.
So. Okay.
I don't even.
I'm
to
not
be
gonna
honest,
even ask.
I don't even like it when the seller is at the property when I.
Me
do it.
neither.
Sure. I'm sure.
It's. I've had it to where I'm in the kitchen. I remember this one. Whew,
Yeah.
I almost went off on this one. It was two dudes, and I'm in the kitchen. I'm opening cabinets, turning on water, this, that, and the third, and everything I touched, like it didn't matter. They were like, "Oh, we was gonna fix that." The cabinet fell. The cabinet.
Did they catch you?
The cabinet door. The cabinet. The cabinet door fell as I was open. Oh, we was gonna fix that, and so now
No.
it's so in the Detroit layout type of home. Sometimes the kitchen has two entrances,
here?
so it's one at one entrance and one at the other entrance, and they both staring at me as I'm doing the inspection. So I had happened to turn around when the cabinet door had fell, and he was turned around like, dang, they just like all up on me.
Right.
And I'll keep going or whatever. Every time I touch something, the other dude come over here and try to grab whatever I'm touching. I'm like, are y'all gonna be in here the whole time? He was like, yes. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
I'll be right back. I went to the agent. I was like, listen, either they could leave
Right.
and I could continue, or we gonna have to figure something out because I'm not gonna have them on my back like this.
No.
So I mean, it's been several times like that, and they know what they're trying to prevent me from seeing.
Yeah.
they'll-
that's
So
insane.
why not just fix the shit?
Yeah.
Why not just fix it?
I don't know.
Or disclose it, because when you do the MLS listing, aren't you supposed
always
to
unknown.
Supposed to.
It's
You're
always
supposed to.
unknown.
Yeah.
Seller never lived in the house.
Oh, is that
They
what-
just put a big stamp on the paper. Seller never lived in
Oh,
house.
yeah, I
they don't
see
even
that.
check
I
nothing.
see
They
that
just-
quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's crazy. I've had an inspection done. You were not the inspector. I had another inspector that went out. I was trying to give him a try. And the sellers were home, right? And we did the inspection. Everything went a little bit, whatever. So when the inspection was done, 3 days later, the listing agent calls me and was like, yeah, my sellers are saying that your inspector broke the garbage disposal.
Get out of here.
I said, how would he break the garbage disposal?
Right.
And it's like, well, it was working before he went over there, and now it's not working no more, and it's a $400 fix. And she was like, well,
No, it's not.
she was like, can me and you
That.
negotiate to pay for it? I said, I'm not paying for shit.
What?
I was like, he never they can't break it because they can't do anything. All they
All they do is turn the light on. I mean, not the
Yeah,
light,
like,
but
hit the
the
switch,
switch.
yeah.
Yes.
And then they turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
like and she was like, she sent me this little invoice that they had somebody handwritten up. I said, your clients are just trying to get money out of you.
Oh, wow.
I said, I feel so bad for you that these people are your clients. See, my clients don't play with me. We don't play them type of games because we all know what the end goal is to get the house sold, right? So we're not going to play these games about when we got a buyer. When we got a buyer, this is what we need to do, X, Y, and Z. If not, we need to move on. So they played in our face.
I had one situation. Check the windows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people
I was
don't.
going to ask you about the windows.
I checked the windows. This was so crazy though. Most people don't know how to properly hang those
windows.
blinds.
Oh, the blinds.
Yeah, so when you pull the cord, sometimes the blinds will fall down
Yeah.
altogether
Yeah.
and pull out the wall because they weren't properly anchored in. I had one situation where I pulled the blinds, the whole thing fell, and
So you tearing up shit in the house.
listen, it was already a big old hole like where the screws were.
Oh my God, right around the little edge?
Yeah. So I took a picture of it, of course, and then the client ended up not wanting the house. And so when they pulled out the deal, it was probably like a week later. I get a call like, they saying that you damaged the wall because the blinds fell. And I was like, well, here's the picture of what it looked like. So it wasn't properly hung up.
Right.
And the team lead handled that. The team lead was like, if you don't get off my phone with this, it's
Like
quick.
it's so insane.
serious?
Because they try to make it seem like the inspector breaks stuff, but you legally you don't touch certain things. You just turn it on, turn it off to see if it's
Like you would normally
you
do
doing
if you
shit
were
that
at
should be
home.
working.
Yeah.
You opening a cabinet door and you don't expect the seller to be like, oh, I got that right.
Right.
I mean, you expect that door to be on there correctly, or you turning the thing on the blinds just to make sure shit good. Now, it's about to hit me in the head.
Yep.
I mean,
That's
geez,
insane. That's insane. I'm so glad you were able to take the time out your busy schedule to hang out with
I
us.
appreciate it.
And educate the people on home inspections.
I
And
do
of course,
have a question, though.
go ahead.
You say it's the association. We're not going to focus on other states. We're just going to say in Michigan. I only know of you and another woman that's an inspector. Are there other women? Because stereotype, when I think inspectors, I'm thinking...
My association actually has a woman's chapter.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of us. I mean, it's not a lot of us in Michigan, but the women's chapter is pretty strong.
Across the Michigan area?
Across America.
Well, I mean, Michigan, how many of y'all that we would
I
call,
wouldn't even be able to give you a number, to be
say,
honest. I would like to actually hire another one right now.
She's hiring.
You're
another
hiring.
one.
So do you train when you hire?
Really?
Okay. I'm not going to be a home inspector. I have no desire.
After hearing all this, I changed my mind. Them bats in that roach smell and
bats.
the cabinet, I got this. I'm going to just stick to title.
Okay.
But you are hiring. Do it matter, man or woman?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I would like a lot of women to get into it because, to be honest, I have had situations myself where I hire somebody to hang a door and they're like, "Oh, that's $1,000," and I'm like, "I have the door. What do you mean it's $1,000?"
You're lying.
Yeah, no, I'm telling the truth. And I told him like, I've hung doors before. I just don't have the time to hang this door. He's like,
It was him.
You've hung a door?
That shit.
Yes, sir. I've hung a door.
The audacity.
Right.
I know, right? So, I think a lot of times, even once you get your inspection report, contractors are there to get paid.
Yeah.
They're going to fluff up a job so bad to where you're paying $10,000 for something that was a $50 fix.
Say that again. Contractors will do what?
Fluff up a job so
fluff.
bad
Fluff up the job.
for something that's $10,000 and it's really a $50 fix.
Oh my gosh.
So-
well, again, I thank you so much for your time today, kicking it with us, shooting the shit, telling our stories.
Thank you for having me.
Understanding the importance of a home inspection.
Hello.
Before signing the contract, or is it after?
It's after.
So it's, you got that contingency in there.
Yeah,
that you're talking
you can't
about.
come look at my house and you ain't.
And read the report.
What you say?
Read the report.
Oh, she wants to
Call me. Go over the report. Ask questions.
She leaned in and said, read the damn report.
Inspection report.
Yeah.
Okay. Tiffany, tell people again where they can find you at across your social media.
Oh man, if y'all want to hit me up on Linktree, I'm Imperative Double Agent on Linktree. That has all my socials, but I am Tiffany Williams on Facebook. I am also the inspector on Instagram. I am Tiffany Grant for home inspections.
Okay.
I'm Imperative Home Solutions on pretty much every platform too.
Okay. What is Linktree? Am I slow?
Linktree is basically where you put all of your links. I got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I got everything
He
on
gonna
there.
say I'm slow. He gonna shake his head.
I'll show it to you. You're not
Please
slow.
do.
You just
Thank
didn't
you.
know.
I didn't know that part.
Okay.
You're a woman, ain't you?
Oh, shit. Here we go. Battle of the
Today, we
Wow.
on
I
one.
think that should be our next show. Men versus women in real estate.
Oh,
Let's
my
go.
goodness.
Let's get
They
to.
gonna lose.
Yeah, the men are gonna lose.
They are gonna lose. They don't even know how to hang the cabinets properly.
From
Man.
what we see.
Don't look for roaches.
Tell the people where they can find you.
What up, everybody? Again, a great show. Always a pleasure. You can find your girl, your favorite title lady, over on Jefferson, 985 East Jefferson, second floor, or Facebook, my name, Instagram _EE Detroit Title, and eventually Linktree, I guess.
You can have that today.
Please share.
Today.
And of
you.
course, it's your girl, Broker Marlisha Darnell, out here helping you out in the community, getting all of the information that you need, providing you with resources. Every Thursday, 12 o'clock, we are here, A State of Mind on Podcastic. See you next week.
Tap in.